So Joel agreed to be my assistant today. I'm going to do a quick little, I'm going to talk about the services that I provide in my office, and one of that is live blood cell. So, yep, coming over here. So, get a slide. Put in my get a couple.
Super dramatic about it though. So.
Couple colors. So, have you ever had this done before?
Pretty sure at some point in time.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, first off. Oops. Okay. So I'm going to take your finger, clean that off. Let that dry a little bit. That did not prick. This is a new thing for me because I had to replace it. All right. There we go. So we just need a drop. So I'm going to actually take a couple because just to make sure I have a good sample. And then we're just a regular, that you do it for check for diabetes, your blood sugar. And let me get that for you. Okay. That's it. So now, yeah, if you can sit, and we'll look at it up here on the screen. And we'll just to kind of give you an idea of what your red blood cells look like, your white blood cell, and how it relates to your digestion. Okay, so there we go. We have what we're looking at. Of course, the big circles there, those are your red blood cells. We want to look to see the size and the shape of your cells. We want to see if there's any sticking or clumping in between. That's your plasma. And then in the plasma, we're going to look to see what's in there. So we'll just kind of go around. We see some cells are misshaped. We see a little sticking. We see things moving around, those little swimming, that's bacteria that are moving around. And of course, bacteria is normal. There's bacteria everywhere. We can see there's bacteria swimming. We see some kind of like some white specks, that little bluish kind of hue. That's a uric acid. And basically, this is a good educational tool that I use. That's a white blood cell. So white blood cells are super cool to sit and watch. And that's another little bacteria swimming off.
The one looking
there.
like a knife up there?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and there's another white blood cell down there. But you kind of see the white blood cells, look like there's two membranes in there, and they have different shape because they're always moving in between your blood to do the cleanup and that. So we look for different things. Like I said, we're seeing like some kind of, I don't know how to call it debris, but that would be like some sort of a yeast or fungus. That's another white blood cell over there. So these are just some things that we look at to get an idea. And a lot of this that we're seeing is actually related to your digestive health. So we'll go back to that. I also wanted to... let's see, was I going to do that now? Let's do that. Oh, no, I can't do that now. I have to wait for Roseanne. Okay. She's got my enzymes. Okay, so, thank you, Joel. We'll go ahead and switch over to the slides, and then we'll look at the blood later, because what I want to do is we're going to give Joel some enzymes, and then we're going to take a look at his blood again to see how enzymes help with your blood. So, okay, I introduced myself. I'm Rhonda, and my company is Pure Simple Self. And today, like I said, I wanted to talk about the different services that I provide with my business. So I've been in business for about 8 years, and I've been focusing on digestive wellness for the last 2 years. The reason for my business is that I love being healthy, and I love sharing with others to teach them about being healthy. Because we all want to live a full and joyful and energized life, and health is a big part of that. So my core belief is that every body has the ability to heal itself. If you give it what it needs, it's going to have the ability to help you to eliminate any of those ailments. It can reverse any disease, any kind of illness, and any kind of ailment just by giving your body the nutrients for it to heal and repair itself, because that's how it was intended. Just as easy it is, if you think of it, when we breathe, we don't have to sit there and think about, oh, I have to breathe now. I have to make sure that the oxygen's going to my heart and my lungs and being transported. We don't think about these things. So it's the same thing with healing. When you cut your hand, if you get a cut on your finger, he didn't panic thinking his finger was going to fall off when I gave him his little prick, because we know it's just going to heal itself. And if you give what your body needs, it will do the same thing. So, my background. Oops, my slides are not.
We're working on it.
Okay.
Your camera.
Okay. All right, well, my background is I have been certified as a raw food educator at the Raw Food Institute. I'm a digestive wellness specialist. I went through the Food Enzyme Institute. I graduated for the Institute of Integrative Nutrition as a holistic health coach, and I've studied at Clayton College in holistic nutrition. The services that I provide, again, I talked about the live blood cell. I do enzyme therapy, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. And then I also teach food workshops. Like I brought in samples of the food, and I'll be making food. I love teaching classes. I love doing workshops on various different topics. So let's talk about the live blood cell. Let's see. I still don't have my enzymes, so maybe we'll come back to that. But as you can see, with the blood cell, oh, here we go.
Your slides.
Okay, so I need slide 3.
One more. There you go.
Okay, so the next one. Okay, so with the live blood cell, our blood is our life. You know, it gives us life. Our blood is what's transferring all the when we eat, the nutrients. It's carrying all that. It's the oxygen that we breathe. Our blood does everything, and it's directly related to our digestive system. So if we're not processing or digesting the foods that we're consuming, then our blood's not able to carry out what it needs to do. So a lot of the things that we see when looking at someone's blood, or when I look at someone's blood, so like with proteins, if we're not digesting our proteins properly, it's going to affect our bloods. It's going to create stacking and sticking, where our blood, we want it to be more floating free and individual and not so much sticking. It's also going to create uric acid, and uric acid, as it builds up in our body and joints, that's going to create pain, joint pain in that. Having our proteins digest properly, and that could be any protein. I mean, proteins in plant, proteins in animal. It doesn't mean if, I eat a lot of meat, that means I'm going to have uric acid. It could be any protein. It's just you need to digest it. The other part is fats. Of course, digesting fats. If we don't digest our fats, then that's going to be related to plaque. And we know what happens when we have plaque buildup. That's going to create heart problems. So just sharing a story, a woman that came to see me about a year ago, she was really concerned because she went to have an ultrasound done on her arteries in her neck, and they were 50% clotted. So she was very concerned because she has a history of heart disease in her family. So we worked with, of course, doing enzyme therapy, doing some modifications to her diet, making sure that her body was, of course, digesting those fats properly, and of course, good fats, changing the types of fats that she was consuming. A year later, she went to the doctor. They checked, they did the same ultrasound. It reduced by 40%, so there was only 10% blockage as opposed to 50%. So changing things that you do to your body really does make a difference, and this made a difference, could save her life from either a heart attack or stroke. So. And then 80% of your happiness is in your gut. I mean, your serotonin is actually the hormone that's created in your gut. So being happy and is all part of good digestion. Okay, so then if we go to the next slide. So do I need to do that? There we go. Okay, so I graduated at the Food Enzyme Institute. Dr. Loomis is the founder, and he's been studying enzymes for decades. What he's done, he's come up with a really great system using state-of-the-art technology to find specific issues that's affecting the body. So when I work with an individual, there's no guesswork. With what we use in his system, I'm going to know specifically if it's related to your fats, carbohydrates, or fats, and what enzyme your body needs, and what herbs your body is going to need. And then with that, you're going to get faster results in the healing process. So let's talk about what are enzymes. So there's a definition of enzymes, based on Wikipedia. But basically, enzymes is a protein that's going to help break down the food that you're eating, okay? You need it to break down so that it makes it absorbable into your bloodstream. So that's why enzymes are important, or what they do. So what can enzymes, not having a proper amount of enzymes in your body, because as we age, we aren't making as much as we used to. Plus, if we're not eating all raw foods, our body has to actually work harder to be able to digest that same food. Because when we eat, an apple and it turns brown, we see those are the enzymes that are breaking it down. And then, of course, with our saliva, that breaks it down even more. But if our body is cooking that apple, if we cook the apple and then we eat it, then we have to work harder to digest that same food. So these are some related issues that can happen from not having proper digestion of our food. It can relate to a whole host of issues. People wonder, well, what is gut health? What does that have to do with anything? It's related to everything. So, and these are just a short list of some things that can be helped by using digestive enzymes. So as we know, for allimes help with digesting our starches, or it converts our carbohydrates for energy, And then with our proteins, we need, or lipase. Lipase help with digestion of fats, and fats help with the fatty acids. We need fatty acids for our brain health. We need it for hormone development and creation, and then for balancing thyroid. So fatty acids are crucial for health. And then, of course, fats also help with energy as well. We use carbohydrates for energy and fats. And then protein helps build muscle. So enzymes, let's see. So enzymes, these are the things that enzymes can help with, okay? So because you're having proper digestion and absorption, then you're going to, of course, have better energy because you're getting more from your food that you're eating. And this is just a list of things that it can help with. Okay, so one of the other things that I do is my workshops. I love doing my favorite thing. We always have so much fun doing fermented food. I've done, vegan cheese workshops. I've done raw food workshops, vegan cooking, gluten-free. I've done lots of baking. I'm trying to think what else. But anyways, they're always a lot of fun, and I enjoy doing them. So we always look for when I post out for those. So. And then I also have a detox program that I like to use with my clients or the people that come and see me. And what I love about the detox that I use is I use real food, and it's not about any kind of radical starvation or juice fast or anything like that. It's using real food, and you don't feel deprived at all. But it's very effective in detoxing. I also have hosted retreats. I've done a few raw food retreats, and those are so much fun. I love doing those as well. other things that I've done, I've taught classes at Rock Valley College. I've done the Whiz Kids classes. Those are a lot of fun. I love to teach kids about whole foods and just showing them what they can do. Like, they may not even realize all the many things you could do with an avocado and make it taste good. And I've also taught adult classes and workshops, and they've started a new program where they do private lessons or private classes, and I've done those as well with Rock Valley. So what I offer I offer different programs. So I have my Go From Flab to Fab program, and it's a 12-week to Fabulous. And it's basically using a combination of the enzyme therapy and doing my coaching to help people get lasting results. Because we know diets don't work, and there is no quick fix. So it's basically helping people to learn what they need for themselves, because it's all individualized, because not one diet fits all. So I work with the individual no matter what kind of diet it is that they like to use. I just work with them to be able to be consistent and create new habits that are long-lasting, and weight loss just ends up being a side effect. So the first step is to stop and see me if you're interested, and we can set up an appointment for a free consultation. Also, if you know somebody that is, I wonder what happened to Roseanne. If you know somebody that has any of the issues that I've listed, then come and see me. I have my card, and if you have any questions.
Awesome. Well, let's give Rhonda a hand. It's fun to have a microphone or microscope out on the stage.
Yeah.
As a kid, I used to play with microscopes all the time. I found one that did a projection on the wall. It's really super old. It wasn't as fancy as that, but it was cool. I liked it. So the first question that we have for every presenter is, what is the product or service? Now, this is your opportunity to give some feedback. What you heard in your words, your own words. What is the product or service? What do you think? Yeah.
Loomis enzymes.
Loomis enzymes.
That's a product, and the service is her educating us on how to improve.
Okay. What do you think of that?
Okay. Well.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I do sell Loomis enzymes. Yes.
Okay.
It's part of the service that I provide, as well as the education and coaching.
Yes. Nutritional advice. Is that pretty clear? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else did you hear? Yeah. Your body health. So anybody who needs a healthier body, yeah? Yeah. Happiness. Oh, hey. That's cool. Can you expand on that?
Healthy body makes a happy body.
Healthy body makes a happy body.
Okay, I like that.
What do you think of that? Yeah.
I do
Eat
like
better,
people to
yeah.
be happy. Happy's good.
Happy is good. Yeah. That's awesome. Number two, so that's what the product or service is. Number two is, who's the target audience? What did you hear in your words? Who's the target audience? People who aren't getting younger? Anyone? Yes, sir. Most anybody?
The typical American diet, just a lot of refined food, sugars, and God knows the amount of chemicals we digest on a daily basis. So anyone who can, benefit from, the enzyme therapy, raw food therapy, and all the rest of it.
All right, so anyone can benefit from raw foods and enzymes. Okay. Number three, what's amazing about the management team? Yes, sir.
Her.
What's that? Her? Can you be more specific?
Her knowledge about everything, like her passion, her knowledge.
Okay.
And if you want to really know what's up, you need to go to her, and she can.
All right, passion, knowledge. Passion, knowledge, yeah. Okay. Yes.
It's the knowledge that she's gained from multiple areas, too, though. All of the different education that she's sought out to ensure that she's the most knowledgeable person in my sphere of influence for this area.
Yeah. Okay, so the most knowledgeable person because she has knowledge in a number of disciplines that all came together. Yeah, absolutely. Anything else that you heard? Yes, please.
Live blood cell, even though we can't see the end of it because the enzymes never arrive.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me that the stacking and that, when you look at actually see the problems that are arising. Like you see the stacking and the clumping, you know, whether or not you have that, and all of that is based on whether or not the enzymes are doing their job.
Yeah.
So if you don't have enzymes, which you can't, your body can't produce, I mean, our bodies can't do that. It's amazing.
Yeah, so you can see the results absolutely right in the blood. All right. Well, so we have a fourth question that we want to ask, and this is your opportunity to add into the mix. We're going to throw around the catch box, and when we throw around the catch box, speak into it. Just put it up to your face like this, and then we'll be able to hear you, I think. Yeah? Okay. So the fourth question is, where are you stuck?
Where am I stuck?
Where are you
Well,
stuck?
I guess part of it is getting the word out. I do network a lot and do talk a lot about what I do, but I guess people having like an understanding of what it is, I mean, how enzymes can really help and how what I do is going to help with any kind of issue. So like people think gut, they think, oh, well, I don't have any stomach problems or, you know, but it's related to all health. I mean, just having maintaining good health.
So are you saying you're stuck with awareness of...
Awareness, yeah, just, yeah, people...
of the importance of enzymes
yeah,
and how you can serve that?
And getting more people to, you know, come in my office and
Okay.
want to learn more.
All right. We're going to throw on the catch box. If you've got a concept or an idea or something you want to add to the mix, just speak into it and we'll catch you up.
All right, so obviously, the first thing in business, you got to get people's attention, right? So let's be honest, no one, I mean, I don't know, maybe I don't give a crap about enzymes. I don't even know what they are. But I do know I want to look like you, okay? So if you attract me into your sphere of influence, which is you cooking and having those shows, if you did a Facebook Live every time you do those cooking things and everyone's having fun and I see it, I want to go to that. After I'm in your little crowd, your little posse, then you can talk about enzymes and the benefit, and then I'm in. But outside, I'm not going to watch you like talk about enzymes because I'm like, now click, next. That's boring for most people. I'm not talking for everybody.
Right.
But if you want to get massive, attraction, speak everyone's language. Everyone wants to look skinnier. They want to look better. They don't, what enzyme? What the heck is that, right? Am I right? I mean, so that's my thought.
Yeah.
Do a Facebook Live every time you do a cooking show and create a show.
Yeah.
Don't be the commercial, be the show. And at the show, when people show up, you can start talking about all the stuff that's going to really accelerate their improvements.
Awesome. Facebook Live.
Ready?
Do you throw it to the next person? Here we go, right in the back. Oh, hey, that's all right.
I didn't want to hit her in the
The catch box is designed to be thrown and dropped.
I
I
was more
just see the
concerned with the
enzymes.
hit in the
Just
head
the
in front of me
enzymes.
than I was about the box
Oh,
itself.
there was in a bottle?
I would offer though that I think a YouTube channel is actually a better spot for most of us to put our videos up and then connect your Facebook page to your YouTube channel, because when you Facebook Live, Facebook owns your video and you can't do anything else with it. When you YouTube, you can also load that video to your Facebook page if you want to. So YouTube channels are totally free. You start loading videos up there. You're also hitting all the kids who are not on Facebook, right? Because kids have digestive problems too. It's not just the adults who have wider waists than we used to. So if we're hitting on them, maybe the kids, because we all know kids get the parents to do what they want them to do, right? Quit smoking, quit smoking, quit smoking. Then you finally quit. But so if we get the kids to do it too, then maybe the parents will start listening, and then maybe we're getting the whole family healthier at the same time.
Great idea.
All right. In looking at the listing of different things you had the raw foods and you had vegan cooking. I want to say as a carnivore. First thing, I've seen a lot. I've seen other presentations. I've seen other. You're passing a trade show or something, and there's someone at the booth, and they're promoting health. And first thing mine says is, "Oh, it's vegan." They're going to tell me how eating meat is terrible and how I need to stop doing that. So, something that would invite me as somebody who is
Right.
an
Right, and
avid carnivore.
I never discourage people from eating meat. I myself am vegan, but I never discourage or.
No,
you know
I'm
what
just
I mean?
saying in there, I mean, you did have a nice picture of a good piece of salmon, so I do have to say that.
So for you, you think that if you had pictures of meat,
Well, just
that you
a
would-
healthy piece that's in there, that's, yeah.
so getting back to her place that she's stuck, she wants people to understand the role of enzymes and healthy lifestyles and raw foods. add some sort of concept for you, the meat eater.
So, yeah, something who would invite
Yeah,
me, that would
absolutely.
invite me in.
Yeah.
And say, oh, I can adapt that to my diet and do things that would be more healthy for me.
Awesome. Great idea. Next. Somebody else in the mix. Other thoughts? Where do you market now?
Well, mostly I do just networking and talking with people.
So networking events, okay.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
All right.
I've attempted doing Facebook. I just need to be more consistent with it. But that's.
What do you think of that YouTube idea? So when you have one
I
of those
guess
events,
I-
take a video of it, throw it on YouTube.
Yeah, I think it is a good idea. I guess I've been a little discouraged about YouTube just because I thought that the algorithms or whatever change, and so now it's harder to find what you're looking for on YouTube. You know, if they look for enzymes, am I going to pop up? So that's why I haven't really done YouTube, but it makes sense to do it. But I just thought you had to have a huge audience in order to get any
Okay.
traction. But I don't know anything about marketing, so.
All right. Fair enough. How many of you have gone to search on YouTube for something in all the time? What's the last thing you searched for on YouTube?
Rochelle Fairdale tornado.
What's that?
Rochelle Fairdale tornado was my last search. That's yesterday.
Oh, okay. All right. Subaru? And why did you go there? So what search term did you use? Do you remember? Okay, Subaru something fan? Squealing fan, Subaru squealing fan. And what results came up? Subarus are squealing fans. So, and how to fix them. All right, so in terms of speaking to algorithms and what you might want to post up on YouTube, if people aren't naturally searching for enzymes, to your point, I'm not considering enzymes, and I know a little science about healthy eating, but I'm not naturally considering my enzymes, right? Instead, I might search for the benefits. You're searching for Subaru squealing fan, which is a symptom, and the benefit is how do I fix it, right? How do I fix this? So for maybe your YouTube videos, title them something about what benefit a person might receive, how to eat raw foods to maintain weight or lose weight eating raw foods, something that someone might search for, and make a hypothesis on it, and then you can get some analytics that would tell you what words people actually use. Yeah, you had
I
an
got to
idea.
follow up for this gentleman over here, though, because I'm like you, carnivore, right? Meat and potatoes. You do raw food. I am never going to hit your video. You do Hashimoto's, gluten-free, autoimmune. I'm going to hit your video because those are the things when we talk health. I think people are searching on their symptoms and not on the stuff that helps with the symptoms. So if you're hitting on that whole list of high blood pressure, blockages, artery health, whatever, if you're hitting on those terms, then I think people are going to find you because you're going to pop up with the Mayo listing in Google, even if they're not on YouTube. You're going to pop into the Google search that they're doing for health as well. So you could title your videos with the positive, but then make sure you tag every one of them with all of the symptoms that we're looking to alleviate.
Yeah.
I got it.
Great idea.
Here.
She's going to throw it to you.
Okay. Boom, George.
Pulled it out of the air.
All right, sticky fingers now. So another thing is, like my YouTube channel, I stick, if you know of someone type in enzymes and find out who the top people are with the most views and take their title and stick it in the bottom of your YouTube video. There's a zone that you can tag things. When people search for that word, they see yours in the top. I steal from other guys that I know that are, and I stick it in there, boom, 46,000 views. How did that happen?
Okay.
I don't have a following.
They'll
Because
show you
you're
how to do
using
that.
who the top people are in enzymes, and then you show up in that mix, they're looking around, they see you like, oh, what's this?
Okay.
That's an idea.
Okay.
Awesome. We have time for one more thought. All right, let's close it up on this. We're out of time for today. Again, we've got a couple different events coming up here shortly. I think this Thursday is the Women in Business Expo, and then Trusted Compass Luncheon, both at Giovanni's. One's at 10 and one's not. I don't know the time of the other one. Probably noon. Great, noon. Also, we have the in-crowd event happening at your shop, which is a great way to get people to your place. And what's the address again?
4873 Manhattan Drive.
4873 Manhattan Drive. On what day?
It's on Thursday, the 27th at 5 to 7.
Thursday the 27th, 5 to 7 p.m. Be there to learn more. Also, I think we had some great concepts about using YouTube, not only for your edification, but I think everybody's great ideas. You do have some goodies here for us,
Yeah,
which are great. Thank you for bringing those in. The coffee has been sponsored courtesy of Stillman Bank. And let's give another round of applause to our sponsors and to Rhonda for this.
Thank you.
In closing, we have got one more question for you and the presentation of your coffee mug. The question is, what can we do, what can the 1 Million Cups community do for you?
Well, just keep going doing what you're doing, because I love coming here.
All right.
I love meeting all new entrepreneurs, and I think this is great.
Yeah, keep meeting people and coming to the
Yes.
networking events. That's awesome.
Yes.
Well, here's your 1 Million Cups coffee mug
Thank you.
as your congratulations for standing up here and contributing to our community. That's awesome.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful Wednesday. It's a little rainy, but you'll be fine because it's summer. And it almost is the longest day. Is today the longest day?
No, Friday.
Friday's the longest day of the year, and then it's all downhill from there. So ramp it up. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Thanks for coming.